in a quiet town by a winding river, where the mornings smelled of fresh bread and the evenings glowed amber beneath old street lamps, there lived a golden-brown dog named Rusty. He wasn't the biggest dog in town, nor the fastest, but what Rusty had was something far more powerful: loyalty. Rusty and his best friend, a small gray terrier named Milo, did everything together. They chased butterflies in Miller's field, watched ducks skim across the river, and napped under the big oak tree behind the bakery. They were inseparable until one stormy night changed everything. This is the story of how Rusty set out on a journey to find his lost friend, and how, in the end, both dogs found something even greater than they ever imagined. The storm arrived without warning. Thunder cracked like splitting wood, and lightning stitched white veins across the sky. Rusty and Milo had been playing near the riverbank when the wind howled through the trees. A loud crash echoed. A tree branch snapped and fell between them. Startled and frightened, Milo bolted. "Milo," Rusty barked, but his voice was swallowed by the wind. By the time the storm quieted, Milo was gone. Rusty searched through the wet grass, nose pressed to the ground. He followed Milo's scent down the river trail, through puddles and mud, but the rain had washed most of it away. As dawn crept over the town, Rusty stood alone. He had a choice: wait and hope Milo returned, or go find him. Rusty chose the journey. Rusty had never gone beyond the old wooden bridge. Milo had always been the brave one, the explorer. Rusty was the careful one. But friendship makes the timid brave. He crossed the bridge, paws clacking against the wood. The town faded behind him, replaced by open fields and unfamiliar scents. He met his first stranger at a crossroads, an old farm dog named Buster, whose fur was white around the muzzle. "You're far from home," Buster observed. "I'm looking for my friend," Rusty replied. "Small, gray, fast runner." Buster sniffed the air thoughtfully. "Storms scattered many things last night. I saw a little gray dog running toward the highway, the highway." Rusty's heart thudded. He thanked Buster and set off again. The highway was loud and frightening. Cars roared past like metal beasts. Rusty waited for gaps in traffic, heart pounding. He spotted something across the road, small gray paw prints in the dirt. Milo was here. Gathering courage, Rusty darted across during a lull. A horn blared, wind rushed past, but he made it safely to the other side. Beyond the highway lay a small roadside diner. The scent of grilled meat drifted through the air. Behind the diner, Rusty found fresh tracks and a collar tag. It was Milo's. Rusty picked it up gently. His tail drooped, but his determination hardened. Milo had been here. That meant he was still out there. The trail led into a dense forest. Sunlight filtered through the leaves in golden ribbons. Rusty followed the scent deeper and deeper. Night fell before he realized how far he'd traveled. Cold and hungry, Rusty curled up beneath a pine tree. He thought of their favorite oak tree back home. He thought of how Milo used to nudge him awake at sunrise. "I won't stop," he whispered to the dark. The next morning, he heard barking in the distance, high-pitched, familiar. Rusty sprang to his feet and ran toward the sound. The barking led him to a chain-link fence. Behind it was a small animal shelter, and there, pacing nervously in a kennel, was Milo. Rusty barked wildly. Milo froze, ears lifting. Then he barked back, tail wagging so hard his whole body wiggled. They pressed their noses through the fence. A kind woman stepped outside. She wore a blue jacket and held a clipboard. "Well, aren't you two something?" she said softly. She read Milo's tag. No contact information. Rusty had no collar at all. The woman sighed. "Looks like you're both strays." Strays, Rusty didn't understand the word, but he understood that the gate between them was locked. The shelter workers brought Rusty inside. They gave him food and water. They placed him in the kennel beside Milo. The two friends lay close together, separated only by thin metal bars. Days passed. Families came and went. peering into kennels. Too big, too energetic. We only want one dog. Each time someone walked past, Rusty's ears drooped. He worried one of them would be chosen without the other. Milo seemed to sense this fear. He would gently rest his paw against the shared wall between them. Together, his eyes seemed to say, one Saturday morning, a family entered the shelter. A mother, a father, and a little girl with bright red boots. The girl stopped in front of Milo's kennel first. "He's so cute," she squealed. Then she noticed Rusty beside him. "Why is that dog looking at him like that?" The shelter worker smiled. "They came in separately, but they act like they belong together. We think they're best friends." The girl knelt down. "Do they have to be separated?" she asked. The parents exchanged a glance. "Well," the father began. The mother looked at the two dogs, leaning toward each other through the bars. She saw how Rusty gently licked Milo's ear through the gap. "I don't think we could take just one," she said softly. The girl beamed. "Can we take both?" There was a long pause. Then, the father smiled. "Looks like we're becoming a two-dog family." The ride home was filled with nervous excitement. Rusty watched the passing scenery carefully. Milo curled beside him. When they arrived, the house smelled of warmth and fresh paint. There was a fenced yard, soft beds, and two shiny food bowls. Rusty explored cautiously. Milo bounced from room to room. That night, they lay together on a thick rug in the living room. Rusty rested his head beside Milo's and sighed. The journey had been long and frightening. There had been storms, highways, and fences, but they were together, and they were home. Rusty had set out to find a lost friend. What he found instead was something even greater, a forever home for both of them. Sometimes, the bravest journeys begin with fear. Sometimes, storms scatter us, so we can discover new paths. And sometimes, when loyalty leads the way, it brings us exactly where we're meant to be. Rusty learned that love isn't just about staying close. It's about going the distance when it matters most. And every evening, as the sun dipped below the rooftops, two dogs could be seen playing in a yard by the river, together, just as they were always meant to be.